Aloha, it's Matthew, and it's that time of the year again. Um, it's the ORLY summer uh, launch. um, I participate in ooh, the subscription program that they have, and why can't I think? Oh, the Color Pass. Um, and so I think it was like 120 some dollars, and you pay that up front, and then um, every 3 months you get sent 6 polishes, and also in the box comes 2 free gifts. So let's go through all this. Let's start by looking at the bottles. Let's go there. Um, so as you can see, it is a rainbow of colors this time. And for anybody who was displeased with the spring launch, that was mainly shimmers, this is the exact opposite. It is all cremes and only one shimmer. And actually, it's pretty close to being a creme with a shimmer in it. Like, it's pretty solid. The shimmer's subtle. I guess that's the word I was looking for. Um, on my nails, I'm still rocking from a couple days ago the new Holo Taco Milky White Shimmer and Black Flake Taco. I borrowed the idea from Kelly Marissa to do a little cookies and cream manicure. So I did a layer of the Milky White Shimmer, then I put on a layer of the Black Flake Taco, and then I put on a second layer of the Milky White Shimmer, and it really looks like cookies and cream ice cream. Loving it. And if you haven't noticed, I trimmed down my left hand nails. Um, I decided to pick back up my ukulele and to play the chords. You have to have short nails to get the strings down. So now people who have a little bit longer length can look at this hand, and people who keep their nails shorter can look at this hand. Okay, so let's look at these polishes. Take Flight is the first one, and it is a vivid, it's almost pinky red creme polish. Um, I would call these almost neon pastels. All of them except for this one are very vivid in color. So that's Take Flight. Okay. And then the orange one is New Horizons. Um, and it's orange. So then this yellow one is the only one that has shimmer, and it's called Sunny Side Up. Want that to focus. There we go, Sunny Side Up. And it is a strong yellow with this like orange coppery red shimmer in there. I have it on the swatch stick so you can take a look at it, and then I'll also put it on my nails here momentarily. This is the green, and it's called Field of Wonder. Just a nice bright soft green. And then this one is Stratosphere, and it's the only one that I would kind of describe as less vivid. It's not dull by any means, but in comparison to the other colors, it's not as jewel toned. And then we've got Indigo Skies, this purple, I guess it's blue leaning, indigo leaning purple. And so oh yeah, and then for the free gifts that were included, um, I think this is the form of shrinkflation that we're getting on in these subscription boxes. The last 3 have had a sticker decal that they're saying is worth $7.50, but I beg to disagree. However, they did include an Orly breathable, the Sour Time to Shine, which is more of a neon yellow, more like a neon pastel, which when I was talking about neon pastels, I think that those are neon pastels. And then this one actually kind of fits in with this rainbow better than this yellow, in my opinion. Let me just put it next. Let's put it in here, and so you can see what I mean. And then we'll take a look at these up close. Like that. See that? I think that that rainbow matches better than this one, but I'm glad to have this golden yellow as well. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom it in here so that we can just get a closer look at the colors. So this is that first one, Take Flight. Yeah. And it's just a really vivid pinky red. And it does have a little bit of a shade change or a hue change when you make it matte. It just looks a little bit brighter or a little bit lighter, pastelier. So that's the red one. And then orange. It's very vivid. And all of these I did just 2 coats. And again, there's a little bit of a color shift. Don't mind that. That was my finger. I accidentally scratched across the matte one, that line that didn't exist before just now. I think all of these have a little tone shift when you do them matte, but I think that they all look great matte. So here is the Sour Time to Shine. If you were to order the 6-pack, this wouldn't come with yours because this is part of that subscription. And then the green one, Field of Wonder. It's a very nice spring green, soft green. Let's grab this yellow one. So now, I really like the shimmer on the glossy. It's very subtle, but on the matte, it nearly goes away entirely. Some stronger shimmers and flakies, when you make a matte, they really glow. This one just isn't one of those. And then this sky blue here, this dusty blue, it's almost a lilac blue. And again, there's a little bit of a shift in tone when you make it matte. And then the last purple one, called Indigo Skies, is a nice vivid purple. And so there's an introduction to the colors. Let me take this off my nails and then we can apply it so you guys can see how they go on real nails. I'm going to pause it and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I took off that polish. I used some cuticle oil and then I put some KB Shimmer pH Plus Nail Prep down first. It'll dry your nail plate and take off any excess oils so that the cuticle oil can stay on your cuticles, but your nail plate will be dry. And then I put on a layer of KB Shimmer Fillin' Groovy. It is their ridge filling base coat that is supposed to also block stains, and it's got a little bit of a milky sheer to it, which just helps hide stains, helps even out your nail, especially if you're going to wear something that's like really sheer. The ticket about those, like that one, or the Getting Even Nail Primer from Mooncat, and I presume that that new one that Holo Taco just came out with also takes about 20 minutes to dry. This I have to let this dry before I rush into painting, or I've had the whole top coat with its quick dry top coat, the whole thing just slide off, and the base coat's still not dry underneath. So just make sure you let it dry. So the past 2 weekends, we have been insulating the attic, you guys. In Hawaii, most of the homes are built without insulation on the walls or the attic. And the last couple summers were just really scorchers, right? And we have a metal roof. And so the heat would just literally pour through the ceiling. And you could, oh, that one was Indigo Skies. This one is Stratosphere. And it really does remind me of like cloud color. So heat pouring through the ceiling, right? And then you turn a ceiling fan on to try and cool down the room, and you're literally just blowing around hot air. So we did our end last weekend. So like our bedroom, the master closet, and bathroom. And then we came down to this end this weekend and did this side, and I'm excited about that because there have been times where I've been in here painting my nails and just cooking, you guys. So I'm thrilled to have that insulation up. Let me do this here on screen. I keep when I'm painting my nails, I put a dish of acetone out and my cleanup brush, and that way I can just clean it up as I go. So now some of these polishes, that blue one, this green one called Field of Wonder, seemed like they might be kind of sheer when I was first looking at them. And on this first coat, you can see through them a little bit. They're a little patchy. But I think that a second coat is going to be all that I need, which is surprising because some of these lighter colors like this often take 3 coats for opacity. So we'll see what happens when we get to the second coat, but I think the second coat is going to do it just fine. Okay. So now, if you get the subscription box, it comes with the 2 different yellows. I'm going to do the sunny side up in this half of the rainbow. That's the one with the shimmer in it that comes in the collection. So if you just buy the collection, this will be the yellow that you're getting. And this one also reached opacity at 2 coats. I just painted that so messily. Let me get that cleanup brush. Oh, I think Cindy's mom is calling. We actually have a landline, you guys. We have a landline because Cindy's mom calls on the landline. That's like basically the only time it's used. And get that side cleaned up. So this cleanup brush came from Maniology in the winter box of joy this last year, but they do have it for sale individually, and it's a pretty good one. I remember you can just go to like Walmart or Target and get this is New Horizons, and just get like an elf angled detail brush, something like that, and you're good to go. I think this one's like $11. It does come with a little mini stamper on the back end, and I thought that was such a novel addition to a cleanup brush, and I've never used it. Just never ever used it. I just always use my other stampers. Getting that tip there. Trying to on these nails that I'm keeping a little bit longer. Trying to learn how to cap the end of my nail. Okay. So this is the rainbow that you'd get if you just order the collection. I mean to say with this yellow. And then we're going to start on this hand. We're going to start with, try and keep this straight. We're going to start with the Take Flight. And this is another one that I thought would be kind of sheer, but look at that opacity. And then on my shorter nail hand, I'm literally filing my nails almost every single day to keep them short for practicing. So I'm just not even going to bother with trying to cap the tip. And also, there really is not much of a free edge because of how short I've been keeping them. So, I mean, you can if you want to try and do that, but I feel like you'll end up getting a lot more polish on your skin than on the tip of your nail. But you do you. Okay. So Take Flight. And then I'm going to put the ORLY Breathable Sour Time to Shine on this hand so you can see the difference if you have the subscription box coming or if you decide to sign up for the subscription. When I saw that it was the Sour Time to Shine, I thought that they maybe were just trying to get rid of their yellows that didn't sell well, because yellow seems to be the one. But the more I looked at it, the more I realized it really works with this color scheme for this collection. Like, those two look really good together. They're like neon colors, right? Oh, yeah, and the other thing... How do I not know my rainbow? Red, orange, yellow. Okay, well, no one is gonna pull me aside and say that that is out of rainbow order. I just wanted to do red, orange, that yellow on this hand so that you guys could see what it looks like with the other yellow. And you're just gonna have to imagine that I did it in the right order. So yeah, I did go to Oahu that last week that I was gone, not posting on Facebook because I had already had a trip planned to go watch the big boys, Linus and Roger. My friend Christopher and his husband Chad went to Texas to go see the solar eclipse. And also, Christopher's folks live there in Texas, so they stayed for a week, and I had doggy play dates all day long. So we did walking, we did, feeding and whatnot, snuggles in the morning. They are big morning snugglers. And I was in a king-size bed with two giant Great Danes, and there was almost no room. They both pinned me between them, and it was a lot of love, a lot of doggy love, and I needed it. So they also go to the dog park almost every single day. I think weather depending, but their island, although they live on the wet side of their island, Oahu is toward the end of the island chain after the weather has hit. So like the weather hits us first, like literally our coast typically first. So like a mile away from us. So we get the most rain, the most wind, the most weather, right? Um, so over there, they are on the wet side of their island, but it is nothing like our wet side of the island. Okay, look at that, you guys. That's first coat on a lot of these, and they are nearly opaque on several of these shades, and quite a rainbow. I feel kind of clowny right now. Let's put on a second coat and see what happens. um, I had also considered maybe doing like the the purple to the blue, and then the blue to the green, green to yellow, yellow to red, red to orange, um, gradients across my nails. But I feel like if I did that, it would be quite a long video. This one's already, got enough time with just painting. But if you'd like to see me attempt that, just let me know in the comments below. Or if you have any other ideas for videos that you'd like to see, maybe a maniology plate that you haven't seen used or need help getting some ideas for. Oh no. Anything that you think might be a fun video. Feel free to leave it in a comment below, and I'm gonna put some more polish remover in my dish. It does evaporate out of this open dish. I got a finger in the yellow over there. But I think if I paint over it and then put a top coat on it, maybe no one will notice. Okay, so that was the second coat of the purple. And we'll zoom in at the end. My phone doesn't do very good at focusing in and out. So at the end we can zoom in and take a look at the opacity of the colors. Uh-huh. Okay, I am being extremely messy right now, but I am thrilled with this coverage. A light sky blue like that typically would take 3 coats, and I'm seeing full opacity here at 2. And ORLY's great like that. ORLY has, I have had a couple flops, but for the most part, every ORLY polish that I've bought, I've been excited about. Okay. And then also, it's a steal of a deal for this subscription. I know it sounds like a lot up front, but between the freebies and the 24 polishes that I got over the course of this last year, the price per bottle is really inexpensive. And then when you factor in the fact that these bottles are massive, they're like they're 18 milliliters, so that's like 20% more than a standard like OPI that we're all probably familiar with. And it's 50% more than the more boutique polishes like Hollow Taco, Mooncat. I'm sorry, I'm trying to focus on getting this cleaned up without messing up the nail. Okay, yeah, look at that. Full opacity in 2 coats. Okay, let's keep going. We're doing the yellow that came in the collection, Sunny Side Up, on this nail. That one might need a third coat. But it is a yellow. I do have to give it credit. It is a yellow. And really light yellows, really light pinks, and really light blues often take 3 coats. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad polish. It's just that it's a really light pigment, you know? So you're asking a really light pigment to behave like a really dark pigment if you're trying to get it in just 2 coats. I ate the edge up there a little bit with my cleanup brush. Okay. Orange. The orange is called New Horizons. Oh yeah, and so in between taking the dogs to the park and on walks and snuggling, um, like I said, I picked back up my my ukulele. I brought it over there with me and started playing on it again. Did some exercises, remembered some of the songs that I used to have memorized, and now I just have to dust them off. And it's fun to be creative and make music. When I was in high school, I played the trumpet, um, and I was really good. I'm not like tooting my own horn, but like uh, when I was in 7th grade, I went to this high school in um, Louisiana. It was a 7 through 12 high school, and the South is big on marching bands, but nothing like the North. Um, and like so for summer before school started, we went to like band camp. It wasn't actually going to band camp. It was just rehearsals daily, right? So we could learn our halftime show marching routine, and we had to memorize our music. We weren't allowed to have the little stands that you sometimes see marching bands have. So when I had been playing before I got to 7th grade, and when I got into 7th grade, I wanted to challenge my way up the ranks, and I got to second chair, and the band director pulled me aside and said, "Don't challenge for first place because I'm not going to take first chair away from Cody because he's a senior." And so I didn't, but I could have been first chair in 7th grade. And then the same thing happened when I got to Washington. When I went back to middle school, I made it to first chair, but then because I was in 8th grade, there was no seniors above me anymore, right? And then when I got into high school, I was back into second chair because there was a guy that um, was an upperclassman. And then I think my sophomore through senior year, I was first chair. Um, my parents had lined up a tutor for me when I was really young, and he just really taught me really well, grasped the sense of music. And so I had never played an instrument where you can also sing along. Um, so when I picked up the ukulele the first time, I mean, obviously you can sing along while you're playing, but I was kind of like mind blown at like, wow, I can make music and sing at the same time. On some songs, it's tricky to learn it. The strumming, the chords, the lyrics, trying to remember when to sing and when to change the music, because sometimes they don't necessarily coordinate. But it's a lot of fun. Okay. And then I think I began to mention this earlier, but maybe I didn't finish. A lot of these polishes will dry down to more of a matte. That's coming in more matte. Because of the pigments, because of these like neon almost pigments. So you're going to want to hit it with a nice glossy quick dry top coat if that's the look you're going for. They did look good matte, almost. I mean, the yellow one even looked good matte as a yellow. It just didn't look good as a matte shimmer yellow, if that makes sense. It looked fine. It lost its shimmer qualities. Okay, guys, that is the collection plus the extra breathable that comes in the subscription box. We've got Indigo Skies. Let's see if I can use my fingers here. Stratosphere on those two. Stratosphere. Field of Wonder on those two. Sunny Side Up. It's looking mostly opaque. I would probably. It needs a third coat. I can still see a couple little spots. Plus, I'd have to cover up that little bit that I chawed up. And then we've got the Sour Time to Shine, which was the freebie in the subscription. New Horizons, and then Take Flight. I'm going to hit them with a top coat. If you liked my video, feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for everyone who stuck around while I needed some time off. And thanks everyone for your kind words. It really rocked our world. And I even had this weird inner saboteur telling me that everyone was going to tell me that I was a liar because I'd given a good update, and then bad news came. It was a very strange, emotional time, and I thank you all for your kind words. Okay. This is KB Shimmer's Quick Dry Top Coat, clearly on top. I am really a fan. It does have toluene, so if you're well, I guess I'm not getting a third coat, you guys. It does have toluene, so if you're not a fan of that, then you don't get this one. But I think that I'm only doing my nails. I'm not doing customers' nails over and over again. And I think, I mean, if you can hear the birds out there, the window is open. You know, I'm in a well-ventilated room. A nice, cool, well-ventilated room now. Uh-oh. I don't know if that red was not dry or if the top coat reactivated some on my skin or something. I don't think I hit my skin. There's a little dab of red on my yellow nail. The tiniest little. I tried to brush it out. We'll zoom in here and I'll show you what I mean. I'll also show you the fingerprint I just put on it. You guys, I must be rusty and out of practice. I put a fingernail in this one now twice. Okay, so let's zoom in and take a look. There you go. Okay, so there is the purple, nice and glossy. That sky blue, totally opaque. Field of Dreams. I missed a little spot there, or maybe something happened with the polish remover. There's the Sunny Side Up with that little glow in it. It is subtle. It's a very subtle shimmer. And then we've got the orange. There we go. Sour Time to Shine right here. Oh, you can see how they're different. They're definitely different tones of yellow. And this one obviously has no shimmer. And then the pink red one. And then also the Orly breathable line. The Orly breathable line says that they're. I want to say that they're halal. I don't have enough knowledge to say. I think it's because that it can let water pass through to touch the nails. But that's for. I'm gonna put a second layer, I think, on here. That's for religious reasons that I don't understand, and I don't want to speak to it. But I think that that's the reason why. But they also say that it doesn't require a base coat or a top coat. But I always base and top. Even when they say you can go without, that's just not my gig. Okay. Last hand, you guys, and then we're out. You stuck around this long. Thank you. I hope you like the new collection. I know a lot of people were disappointed with how many shimmers were in the last one, but I was personally thrilled. I like the shimmers that Orly makes. Oftentimes, I like them, I think, because of their formula that's so self-leveling. Now, I do have some Orlys that are brush strokey, but many of them, once you brush it on, the self-leveling properties of the polish, I think that that's what it is, kind of spread out the shimmer, and then you can't see the strokes. It's pretty cool. Okay, so that's our finished product, you guys. And Emily's saying hello. All right, until next time, bye.